Hey guys, it's Jack from CasinoIncomeAcademy.com. And people are their own worst enemy. It's unbelievable. Sometimes you wander around in life and you wonder how the hell people get into certain situations, or why all of us are in different situations. And then the more that you analyze and you look at psychology, and you realize people they kill themselves. It's amazing. So I wanted to talk to you today about something that you've heard me mention here and there, but I guess we should get into it a little bit more. It's real simple. If the casino is creating something new, or they're offering you a jackpot, or something that looks too good to be true, guess what? It is too good to be true. Let's talk about it a little bit more, and I'll tell you where this conversation came from without mentioning any names, okay? Listen, the casino is a solo sport, as I always tell you, right? You've got to make your own decisions. You've got to have your own convictions. Not my convictions or not some other YouTuber's convictions. You have to make your own evaluation. So what I'm telling you, I'm not coming down on anybody. I'm just telling you that it just doesn't make any sense, okay? It almost makes you wonder sometimes, and I'm not the conspiracy guy, whether some of these people are just their own worst enemy, or they're actually working for the casino, because there's just no other concept in reality here. Okay, so this morning I opened up YouTube. I think it was this morning or yesterday, and I see that one of the pseudo greatest craps players that ever lived, that is making $200,000 a year, and everybody else that plays craps is wrong and he's right, magically has a new video. And this is the title of the video: I'm switching the crapsless craps. What? Are you kidding me? This is the guy that is teaching people, that is telling people that he makes $200,000 a year. A person that you would think this is his job, according to him. This is how he makes his living. And he would fall into a trap like that. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So let's take a step back and let's talk about this from a generic point of view. When the casino offers you a new game, 99.9% of the time, what they're doing is they're dangling a carrot, a jackpot, a special bet opportunity, something that pays 10 times more than it normally would. And then they hide the fact of what they're taking away. This has been the case for over 35 years of me being involved, all the way back to the early 90s. So in the early 90s, when you played blackjack, and I'm not a blackjack guy, there was just blackjack tables. There wasn't any differences. And then they started to play around, and they started to offer special tables that paid special things when you got a blackjack at a certain number of cards or this or that. And it was in big letters, big jackpot. And then when you looked at the fine print, they removed all kinds of other rules or forced other rules upon you so that you were willing to maybe get this jackpot, but what you were giving up was so much more. And they didn't know if it was going to work. They didn't know how stupid people possibly could be. And when they realized how stupid people could be, they have been going down this road for over 35 years. And the old timers that are on my channel now will all tell you and be laughing that I am so right. Because after that point, they started making all kinds of other games that were involving these giant jackpots. I remember being in Vegas with my parents all the way back. I mean, in the early 90s, maybe it was even late 80s, where they were even testing out new games at Flamingo. And people were so stupid that the only thing they saw was the jackpot, the progressive jackpot. And the rules were so bad. Oh my God, they were so bad. But people kept playing. So what has happened is this has morphed into continuing to be the same thing. So slot machines, what did they do? They decided that the best way to screw around with people was to show you that now you could have all this fun with slot machines and not have to be a big gambler, right? You could play the nickel slots, the penny slots, 10-cent slots. Were they giving you something? No, because what they realized was now they could tell you that the only way you could win the big jackpots is if, yeah, it's still a nickel slot, but you had to play 120 coins, 175 coins, 250 coins. People were so stupid that they believed that we're playing a nickel machine. And to this day, that's why the video slot machines, these cartoon slot machines, have taken over, because the psychology of the people is ridiculous. They think they're playing a nickel slot machine, but they know that to win the jackpots, they have to play all these lines, and the people get sucked in. It's crazy. It's crazy. So what came next? Well, a lot of things came next, but let's skip forward. So over the last 5 years, maybe a little less, I don't know, they realized that people were making money at roulette. Now, 99.9% of the people still lose their ass because they have no money management whatsoever. They're up $50, they keep playing. They're up $100, they keep playing. We teach money management, number one, in Casino Income Academy, through our courses, digital courses, private coaching, and everything else. But most people, they just plow away. They're up 100% of their money and they're still playing. So, but that's not enough for the casino. They need to find another edge. And they already know from all these years how stupid people are. So what do they do now? Oh, we're going to give you a new bonus. We're going to make another green number, triple zeros. Wow, 3 green numbers. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Meanwhile, the third green zeros, the triple zeros, are not part of any of the dozens or the columns or any of the even numbers. The entire edge in roulette basically is because of the green numbers. And they just added a third one. And the people still play triple zero roulette. It's incredible. I go to the Caesars in Virginia. $25, $50 minimum tables with triple zeros. And they're crowded. You may as well be burning your money. Burning your money. It is the dumbest table that you could possibly play on. But once again, the people have told the casinos, we are willing to be suckers. So now, we get to the end of the story. A few years ago, they decided that they weren't making enough money in craps. You know, all the money they're sucking out, all the money they're taking in, they're not making enough. But why aren't they making enough? Because people like me and Waylon and Ken and other really, really enthusiastic, knowledgeable players realize that if the 7 is the casino's number because it is made more than any other number with 2 dice, we should be taking advantage of that. So we play hybrid systems. We play dark side systems. 85% of the systems that I play personally are hybrid or dark side. So what do? They come out with this wonderful new game, Crapless Craps. And now they're going to reward you because now you can't lose with the 2 and the 3 and the 11 and the 12, because now those are going to they're going to be point numbers. Wow, the 2, 3 and the 11, 12 are point numbers? Oh my God. Look what they pay. Wow, big money. Incredible. By doing this, they took away all the dark side bets on the table, where the 7 is your friend. Every single one. There's no don't pass. There's no don't come. And you can't lay numbers against the number. Everything gone. Every edge that you could possibly have is gone. What did they give you? They gave you the ability to have 4 new point numbers. Guess what? Those are the 4 numbers that are the hardest to make with 2 dice. These people are just playing the lottery. They're playing the lottery. They took away every possibility of you getting any edge in the game. And yet, there's crapsless bubble craps now, and there's crapsless tables, and the people are standing there giving away their money. Now, I guess to be fair, if you're going to play stupid and you're just going to press your bets all the time anyway, and you have no money management and no concept of probability and odds, I guess maybe I need to realize that it doesn't really matter, because you were going to give them your money anyway. You never pull any money off the table. You have no legitimate, reasonable profit targets, and you have no clue what you're doing. And you're playing with a $500 bankroll, and you're making $50 bets. So I guess it really doesn't matter. Because if you're that guy, you're going to lose on any kind of table anyway. So maybe that's the way I need to look at it. But for the rest of us that are trying to make money in the casino and turn this into a business and walk away with more chips than we started with, crapsless craps is a disaster. So when I wake up in the morning and I see this person's channel that allegedly has made $200,000 a year for the last few years and does this as a business, and he's going to teach you because he's the best craps player in the world, and he's telling you that he's switching to crapsless craps, well, the moral of the story is be careful. Whoever you're getting your advice from and you're listening to, take a step back. He can do anything he wants. I will fight for his right to gamble in any way he wants. But boy, let me tell you, when there's people that put themselves on a pedestal and tell you that they're the greatest this and the greatest that, and then they say things like this, or they tell you that another person who actually knows what he's doing, system is not good, but can't tell you why, and then proceeds to use martingale over and over again and doubles his bets, and also tells you that his recovery always has to bring him not back, but into profit every time, and pushing and forcing things. Maybe it's time to look for other answers. Maybe it's time to look for another consultant that actually knows what he's doing. I don't know, guys. Everybody needs to make their own decision in life, what they want to do. It's not my style. I look to get an edge. I look to play smart. I look to use Wall Street level money management. I evaluate and test and test and test. That doesn't mean that we have the Holy Grail. You don't need the Holy Grail. The best traders in the world on Wall Street don't get it right. The best sports bettors in the world don't get it right. Most of them are only 59 to 63, 64%, and they make millions of dollars. It's not about being right all the time. It's about money management and constantly testing and analyzing data. That's what we do. So you can listen to Joe Guru that allegedly makes $200,000 a year martingaling, or the Roulette Bankrupt channel that every 5 minutes has the Holy Grail roulette system, and he's constantly martingaling, and in 10 minutes he turns 100 into $400, and then when you try it, you can't even get past 3 bets before you lose your entire bankroll. Or you can do this the methodical way, the right way. Learn who you should listen to and who's not puff and who's not hype and who deals with things in a scientific, methodical way. There are some really good people on YouTube. And then there's some people that it's all ego and they have no freaking clue what they're doing. And that showed me when I saw that headline. Unbelievable. Crapsless craps. You have got to be kidding me, people. If you don't believe me, go to ChatGPT. Just look at the math. It's not an opinion. It's not an opinion. It's probability. It's odds. Crapsless craps is garbage. 000 roulette is garbage. They are not coming out with a new game because they want to give you more money. Pfft, really? Is that what you really think is going on? Give me a break. Oh, well, if you want to take it seriously, join us over at casinoincomeacademy.com. Hit the get enrolled or get started. Sign up for the free Casino Confidential newsletter. We're going to have another one coming out real soon. The information we put in there, the videos, the private stuff that goes out, it's real. It's real. It's what's working. There's a method behind the madness. It's not smoke and mirrors. It's not the magic 8-ball. We give you real stuff. This is what we use to make money. And we build businesses around this. And if you're interested in taking it seriously, go to the digital course section and look at all the stuff we're offering there, okay? If you want to even go a step further, I can help you build this into an actual business model. I can help you build this into a legitimate passive, not passive, but an income stream. We do private coaching sessions. If you take 4 or more coaching sessions, we call it a mentorship program. And we can work with you to get you to where you want to be. Or you can go play the 000 and crapsless craps. Personally, it's probably more fun if you just go down the street and buy a lottery ticket. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.